We all want to be happier. We often think that getting the latest iPhone, that new Tesla, getting the girl or guy, or trying the newest strawberry cookie dough flavored cruffin will do the job. But what ends up happening after a few months, when your new phone suddenly isn't so shiny anymore? Your Tesla gets stuck in traffic just as much as your old car. You find out that your new boyfriend won't give you personal space, and you're wondering how long you'll have to spend in the gym working off that cruffin. All these things you thought would make you happy suddenly don't seem to bring as much joy anymore. So what can we do to make us truly happy? Not just in short bursts, but for the long term. It often feels as if we just need to have more money, nice things, a better job, a better car. But have you ever set out to reach a goal, such as a promotion, and then achieved it, only to start chasing after the next promotion shortly after? Feeling somewhat unsatisfied still? If happiness doesn't come from buying things or achieving goals, then where does it come from? So it turns out, seeking happiness is a problem as old as time. A bunch of people who lived about 2,500 years ago pondered over this same topic. They had conversations about it in town squares and came to a number of wise conclusions about how to be happy. These conclusions were so profound that they eventually became a branch of philosophy known as Stoicism. These principles under Stoicism have actually been adopted into Christianity and even modern talk therapy techniques used to treat depression and other things. Now, you've probably heard about Stoicism before if you've been following trends in personal development and self-help. Usually you'll see Stoicism in the form of a thought-provoking quote next to a picture of a statue. But for me, I've found that the beauty of Stoicism is that happiness is achievable through an inward shift in your mindset, rather than by achieving anything external to yourself, such as wealth, career success, or millions of followers. In other words, you already have all you need to be happy, and that's awesome. So today I'm going to break down this Stoicism thing into what I think are the two most important and fundamental principles that you can apply in your life right now. And those things are the dichotomy of control and virtues. The dichotomy of control. To me, this is the most important and central of the Stoic teachings. It states that in life, there are two types of situations: those within your control and those outside of it. That's it. Things within your control are things like your thoughts, your actions, and your behaviors. Things outside of your control are other people's thoughts, other people's actions, the weather, laws of physics, who your parents were, whether or not there'll be a new iPhone next year, whether or not there's traffic on your way to work. So for the Stoics, happiness and tranquility were the most important things above all else. And to maintain this, we need to do two things. For things within our control, we should accept full responsibility. And for things outside of our control, we need to accept these things and move on. So let's say I wanted to get 1 million followers on this YouTube channel. The Stoic way to go about this would be to focus on everything within my control. So that would be uploading high quality videos, researching what's trendy, appealing to the algorithm, generally make the best videos that I can. So let's say I did this for a whole year, and at the end of that year, I got to 950,000 subscribers. The Stoic response to this would be to accept this number, because I'd done everything within my control to get there. But ultimately, whether or not somebody hits that subscribe button is outside of my control. It would only ruin my happiness and tranquility by worrying over that number. So accepting this outcome after doing everything within my control is what's going to maintain my happiness for the long term. So herein lies one of the most important lessons from Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics. He said, "External things are not the problem. It's your assessment of them, which you can erase right now." So situations aren't inherently good or bad. They're literally words that we made up as humans. They're labels that we give to things, and it's your choice which label you want to put on it. So 950k subscribers could be a terrible situation if your goal was 2 million. But if your goal was only 10,000 subscribers, that would be an awesome outcome. But it's better to view situations through the lens that will give you the most happiness and tranquility. Maybe the Stoics were the original people to be glass half full. So for the Stoics, the key thing that differentiates us as humans from every other species on Earth is the ability to reason. Reason, in the Stoic sense, is the ability to apply conscious and rational thought to any situation. In other words, it means to be able to step back and look at a situation rationally. In the eyes of the Stoics, in order to live a good and happy life, our reason should be aimed towards living towards the highest virtue. And what are virtues? Well, for the Stoics, there's 4. 1. Wisdom.
being able to identify what is and what isn't within our control, so that we can respond appropriately and apply the dichotomy of control that we talked about just before. Number 2, courage. To do what we believe is right in the face of fear and anxiety, to resist the comfort of the status quo and insist your mind. To me, that means standing up for what you believe is right, whether that be women's rights, animal rights, or human rights. It means not letting your fear of judgment hold you back from going after that promotion, or getting on stage, or getting in front of a camera. 3, justice. The ability to do what you think is right for the collective whole, not just yourself. So this can be through big or small actions like not cutting in line, or steering your company towards a more sustainable policy. Number 4, temperance. The ability to moderate our own behavior and to not live in deficiency nor in excess. Yes, that means not reaching for that 5th donut or that 3rd croffin. But look, I know it's not possible to act with perfect reason and rationality all the time. The Stoics didn't think so either. But knowing this, your goal is to act when you can, even in tough situations, towards acting with the highest virtue, if you want to achieve lasting happiness and tranquility. So I think we've seen a bit of a renaissance in Stoicism lately. It's become a pretty trendy topic. And I think that's because it's such an old school way of thinking, and yet it still seems so relevant today. And that just tells me how profound this wisdom is, to be able to be applied to so many cultures over such a long time. To me, it seems like it has to be speaking to a really deep sense of our human nature, which means it has to stay around for a long time to come. You've likely heard things before like, you should only focus on things within your control. And that's thanks to the Stoics. Those profound quotes that you've probably seen on Instagram, it's likely from one of these people. So thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this little peek into the world of Stoicism. There is so much to the philosophy that I couldn't cover here, like how to approach death, fame, wealth, anger, and just about every situation in life. Maybe I'll cover those one day, but for now, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye!